because you are making it look like you just need your camera, you just need your idea, and there you go. Like it's really easy like that.
So when I started creating my content,
Yes.
I think you hear people say that I started with a box of
Yeah,
Gary.
I started with 50
Uh,
pesos.
okay, so I started with just a 20 CDs microphone. It was a
Wow.
microphone I bought on, I think, Kiku.
Yeah.
Kiku, yes, it
Yeah.
was a 20 CDs microphone. I still
Mm.
use it till now.
On record, Dennis started with 20
20
CDs.
CDs microphone.
What's up, friends? Hi, lovely people. Welcome to the Take So podcast. I know it's your favorite, it's my favorite, and it's everybody's favorite podcast. If you don't agree, well, I've said it. You can't come and beat me. So, yes, it's another week, another energy. Whatever you're going through, say far. Take so. It go be okay. So, yes, today we are going to have an insightful conversation. We have a very tall man here. When he was entering, we had to cut some side of the door for him to enter. Yeah. So we're talking about digital skills. We're talking about content creation. We are in the technological world, and we see brands going to social media just to promote their brand. We see, I think recently I went to TikTok, I saw Stambik Bank, I saw Cowbell, and they were creating content just to push their brand. It means that social media is really creating is it means that social media is becoming a pivotal part in building a brand. So we have Dennis in our midst. He's a football content creator, and you can check him out on TikTok. Is it what? African football.
Our African football.
Our African football. You have everything about African football, the myth, the secrets. I don't know where he gets his information. So welcome, Dennis, to the Take Us Home podcast.
Yeah, thank you, Abna. First time being here. I've enjoyed so far. I think the intro is superb.
Oh,
Fantastic.
really? Oh, thank you. Okay, so how has it been? I mean, I remember I was just looking through, we lost contact. I was looking through TikTok and I saw you and you were talking about football with all the passion. I was like, how did Dennis get here? How did you get there?
You're like, who is this?
Who is this? Is that not Dennis?
I
How did you
that a
get
lot.
there?
I get that a lot. So, I mean, you know me. You know, I love my football.
Yeah.
I've always been a passionate person about my football, and I like the fact that football kind of brings people together to a certain level. I remember first year when in first year in the university, so we were going to watch football, and they were like, if you're in first year, you don't sit at the front rows.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I thought it was in SHS that we do that thing that first years don't do this, and you're like, if you're in first year, don't sit on the front row. It's only the seniors who sit there in the university, and I was surprised. So we were watching the game, and then a goal happened, and suddenly everybody got mixed together. And I like how football brings everyone together. They mix together. Suddenly, people in first year on the front row, people in final year at the back. I mean, so I like that thing, that bit about football. So it's something I'm very passionate about. So one time, I'm watching a football match and then I see an advertisement of, I think an African company. I don't really remember,
Yeah.
but it was about a foreign game, so the Premier League. And I saw an African company advertising over there. So I went to read more and they were like, this company is paying almost about $1 million just to have their name advertised. I'm like, what? $1 million?
Yeah.
Just to advertise, like your name will just be displayed on the advertising board, $1 million.
Yes.
And I was imagining how something like that would happen if it's in the African domain, maybe probably in Ghana or another country. That would be a lot of money to, whoever benefits from that. And so, I personally wanted to propagate football a bit on our content because, people in other parts of the world, let's say in Europe, the Premier League, are doing something that people can take as much as 1 million to advertise. Why not promote ours to make it a bit more? So, I started a bit of creating content here and there, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. All the social media handles you can
I'm really
imagine.
intrigued because the first time I saw your video, I literally had to just swipe and go to your actual page. And I literally watched more than 10 of the videos because it was very catchy, and how you give out the information. It's very in-depth.
Was it during the AFCON period?
Yes.
Uh,
And you were giving out a lot of information. So whenever I watch the football, I go back and watch if you have anything new for us. But how did you gather that confidence to say that I am putting myself out there because it's your face? And we have a lot of people who are shy to create content or to get on social media because they don't want to put their faces or they don't want to put themselves out there. We all have friends like way back in SHS that if they had started creating content, they would have been more than Amabella or Gisela. I have one friend like that. Shout out to Tracy. She doesn't want her face to be anywhere. But if she starts creating content, she's going to get huge sum of money. So
I mean,
how did you decide to just push
that's the thing. That's the thing. Right now, creating content is like more like the new gold.
Yeah.
The new gold, because anybody can just create, anybody at all. All you need is probably a microphone, anything you can speak into, probably maybe a camera, maybe your smartphone camera, and boom, you're creating content. So it's so easy for anybody to start. But the challenge has always been what you mentioned in terms of trying to overcome being perfect in terms of speaking to a camera. And for me, something like this, I believe it's something you work on. You work on with time. It doesn't just appear like the first time you talk, bang, then it's good. Even as of now, I think I've created over 500 different videos on my TikTok channel.
Impressive.
So I go look through at my very first content I created. I'm like,
that's true.
Is this me? Yo, Charlie, how is it looking like?
How did I get here?
I look weird.
Yeah.
I look weird talking. But then, I mean, after more than 500 videos, you feel that it's different. Your appearance on camera is different. How you talk is different. So it's something that comes with the more you do, the more you perfect it.
Yeah.
Recently, I got the chance to sort of, should I say collaborate? To sort of do a video with someone. The person was a footballer. He's not, I mean, he's not a content creator or a social media person, a normal footballer. And I was like, okay, talk and let's go. And I was watching his demeanor on camera and I'm like, yo, Charlie, can't you just talk? Like, can't you just talk? I feel like he was a bit off. He was a bit off. So, I mean, and I got it because it was his first time. I mean, your first time is always different, but then the more you do, the more you perfect it, and then you're always on it. So for me, I don't think it should really be any obstacle, but it's a matter of, I mean, doing more, perfecting, learning on the job. And you can't get it wrong. I mean, since if, let's say, you are doing your own content, it's your face, your account, your phone, your camera, everything is yours. So
when you're putting yourself out there, everybody's going to see, everybody's going to criticize you. Sometimes it's about what others are going to say. Probably something. There's always something you're afraid.
Okay, so do you know that thing? When you start fresh, Charlie, who knows you? Who knows you? It's not like you're going to start and you're getting maybe probably 10,000 people watching your video, 50,000. No, I mean, when you start, it's always 2, 3.
That is funny.
Nobody knows you. So it's all about just, I mean, doing your stuff, creating your content, and then moving. And with time, you get to perfect it.
You were saying that all you need is the camera, your face, but what actually goes into content creation? Because yes, you have your camera. Yes, you have your face. What are you going to say? You have to find something you really want to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. I believe that creating content, you really need to have the passion for whatever you're creating for before you can go in that space. Because, Charlie, it's not easy. It's not easy. I started creating content probably, let's say, as a joke, not professionally as I'm doing now, but maybe as a joke. About 5 years ago. That was in 2019. Is it 5 years? I always get it. Is it 5 years? It's 5 years, right? Yeah, 5 years. So 5 years ago, sort of trying to create content and all that. And how I did it back then is different from how I do it now, because I've grown and I've developed in the space with time. So for now, as of now, it's a matter of getting to know what you want to do, being passionate about it, because it's a difficult process. it's a tough journey. It's a journey itself, and it's very tough.
Yeah.
It's very tough. So being passionate about it, and then having a good plan, which will work out for you, because if there is no plan and you're just creating where are you going to?
Exactly.
Yes.
So does it take a lot of money if you want to start creating content? Because you are making it look like you just need your camera, you just need your idea, and there you go. Like, it's really easy like that.
So when I started creating my content, I think you hear people say that I started with a box of Gary.
Yeah, I started with 50%.
Okay, so I started with just a 20 cedis microphone. It was a microphone I bought on I think Kiku.
Yeah.
Kiku, yes, it was a 20 cedis microphone. I still use it till now.
On record, Dennis started with 20
cedis microphone. So I started the 20 cedis microphone. That was all I needed. Connected it to my phone, and then I record, and then I use pictures and videos too. I add it on to make my video. So that's how I just started until I reached the stage that I felt that I could move to the next level. That's when I say, okay, if I feel I can move to the next level now, then let me get a good microphone which will give me better audio quality. Let me get a camera which will give me better video quality. Let me get some lighting which will sort of make my appearance on camera better. Let me get a good set.
So it came along the way, not when you started.
Yes. So you don't start by boom. You have everything.
Yeah.
Because it drains.
A lot.
It drains because just as you know the economy you're in right now.
You know.
Just a single camera. Charlie, if I tell you the price. So if you want to start by boom, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
It's going to be very difficult, especially since it's a tough journey. It's a journey that takes years to you don't just start and then. I mean, some people do get it. I mean,
just on the first day.
Yes, but then for most people, you have to do over and over and over again. And if you start by investing more than you can possibly get back on the early onset, it's difficult to be able to live through your whole journey. But then if you don't really invest much in terms of financially, but then invest in terms of your time, your passion and all, and it carries you, it's actually a good and an enjoyable learning experience.
Okay, it looks like you really enjoyed yourself. But I believe that if you want to start something, you can start with people, start with friends, start with people that you trust, people who can help you in achieving your goal. Because there's a saying that if you go alone, you go fast, but if you go with others, you go very far. And I really, really believe in that thing, because when you are down, you have somebody to hold you up. When you feel like, oh, I can't do it again, somebody is there to replace you or come and do what you were doing. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
I get you.
Okay, so let's talk about how you are able to keep up with trends once you start creating content. Because you start creating the content and it's probably along the line, you are not keeping up with what's happening. Definitely you are going to fall off because you're not keeping up with trends. So how are you able to keep up with trends? Or if someone wants to start creating content?
Yes, that's very true. And I think where that's where having a plan comes in.
Yeah.
I mean, for starters, when you're just starting, you can always, start by just having your camera, your microphone and all. But when you reach a certain level that you want to grow, you need a plan. You need a plan to go through it. So, for instance, myself, the content I do, I have my content strategy where for every month, I have at least about 7 pieces that I know it is constant. That will do for the month. Then for the week as well, I have about two or three contents that I know is constant. So I plan monthly, I plan weekly. Then the daily is where you have to sort of make sure that you're engaged in your niche that you're creating in. You're engaged in your niche, so you know whatever is happening in your niche. So when anything new comes in, you just snap it up and then boom, you create content on. And I think it's actually the niche bit that really helps. Actually, being in tune with your niche bits and getting something that is currently trending, that really helps. So I mean, having a plan is really, really, really important in terms of creating content.
But is there money in creating content?
Charlie.
Use yourself as an example. Is there money?
So
Is
the
it
thing
like
is,
Jean in there?
it's a journey.
Yeah.
It's a journey. It's a journey. It doesn't really start by boom. I think that the thing most people get wrong is you hear that creating content, you can get money by creating content and all that. They get their camera, start to create content after 3 months, 4 months, they're not seeing anything, and then boom, they give up.
Yeah.
And that's where people always get it wrong because it's a journey. It takes long. I told you, I said from 2019, I wasn't all that serious though, but then I made my first bit of something from it. I think it took me about 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years before I made something from creating content online. So I mean, if it works for you, I mean, it's good. You get to create content. You get to if you're maybe in an industry where you're creating content that really connected to people.
Yeah.
You get to meet sort of new people. You get to meet good people. Get to connect with people and all that. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But then it's a journey.
Yeah.
That's the importance.
Not too long ago, I think TikTok organized something. I saw you there. I saw you there.
Let me.
I was like, you have reached.
let me tell you the story.
Okay.
So it was I started creating content in 2019. I started creating content on TikTok.
Yeah.
In 2023 because I mean
just last year.
Yes, just last year. We evolve and all that in terms of when new things are coming in. So I was creating content on YouTube. It was difficult for me at that point. Charlie, I had over 40,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I create videos and then the views don't even reach 1,000. I'm like, even if like let's say half of the people who are subscribers, I should get 20,000, but I don't even reach 1,000. So I was struggling. So I said, let me tune to TikTok and then try it out. So I tried it out and it was working. But I got to a point. You see, on YouTube you can monetize. There's the option to monetize on YouTube.
Yeah.
But on TikTok there's not that option. Yes. So the appeal to create content there is not really there. So I was trying something. I was just trying something out. So after I think about 4 or 5 months, I was close to giving up on TikTok. Then boom, I was there one day and then I just got a message in my mail. It was from someone from TikTok. They're having a conference because I create content. They wanted me to talk at that conference.
Oh.
Yeah, they want me to talk at that conference. Stuff like that. So I mean, it was good. I was actually very excited because I was very close to giving up when that message came.
I'm sure
in.
you're jumping in your room.
Charlie,
you jumped.
You should see. I was so I mean it came in and then I hopped on and since then I've been having 1 or 2 engagements with them. But I always recommend TikTok to anyone who tells me they want to create content. It's new. Just for one bit, when you're creating content freshly, let's say if you are doing YouTube, it's difficult for you to get your reach, your engagement, your audience on YouTube because it sort of shows content to people based on what they are searching for.
Exactly.
And then you are new. You're not really all that known. So if you're not really creating content that people already know with you, it's difficult for people to find you.
Yeah.
But then on TikTok, they push the creators to the viewers. So I mean, it's better to get to be discovered over there, to be seen over there and all that, and it helps to also elevate your brand to a certain level. So I always recommend it for people who are sort of new in terms of trying to create content and all that. I say, Charlie, go to TikTok. You can at least get the moves there. Even if you don't make the money, you get the exposure.
Exactly.
You get to possibly, if you're lucky like me, maybe you get a mail, Charlie, I'm from TikTok. Can you talk at a conference? It could happen.
Yeah.
It could happen.
So you were saying that I got to a point you wanted to give up.
Yeah.
And I know that it happens to a lot of content creators, not even content creators, everybody, even when you're working or whatever you're doing, it gets to a point like you're tired, you want to give up. How were you able to get up from that moment? Not the email you got, but how were you able to get up from that moment when you feel like, oh, I think I can't do this anymore?
I'm laughing because, Charlie, I think for me to go, Charlie, there was no option. There is no plan B. At least if
Plan
they,
A and fine, no,
Charlie,
assuming
that's
you're
all.
dead.
If there was a plan B, I could say, okay, it's not working. Let me move to this one. But there was no
Yeah.
plan B. And we
Oh,
had to
okay.
either create or Charlie
Or you
create,
die.
create or create. There's no plan B. So, um, you it was much more of not being so happy because I mean you're creating content, people are not really watching that much. Yeah, spending your whole day, literally your whole day. You spent a lot of money to buy equipment. I told you, Charlie, the equipment are very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Spent a lot of money to buy equipment, creating content. People are not watching. You're not getting the money, Charlie. Already time is going. Even your savings you've done, kind of thinking, say, Charlie, you let me create content for 5 months. Maybe after 5 months, I'll
You
start to get
start,
money from it.
yeah,
Your savings is getting
they
finished,
start
Charlie.
saving you.
So it's more of Charlie. There was no other option. You have to
Yeah.
just create it and go. And I think it helped because if I wasn't really that resilient, if I had other options, I would have
You got
easily
stop.
fought back to
Yeah.
those options. And I don't think I would have really had the impact I have now. At
Mm.
least a little bit of impact I have now.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, it's been an insightful journey. You kept on saying it's a journey, it's a journey, it's a
Yeah.
journey, and indeed, it is a journey. So just to wrap it all up, an advice to the youth. I mean,
The youth. You're on the youth.
you're done with school. You're done with school. You're home. You don't know what you're doing, but you can create content because we are in the technological world. You need. Everybody has digital skills. I mean, we all use our phones, and
Yeah.
we all know how to use CapCuts to do some skirmishes when we go for picnics and all of that. So talk to somebody who wants to create content.
I feel creating content, as I said, is the new gold. It's what is of our age. That is what we have to do. What we have with what we can do. And I think, as you mentioned in your introduction, even now, all the brands are sort of literally aligning to that. Recently, even as you were mentioning Cabo and then Stanbic Bank,
Mm-hmm.
I saw some security companies even creating content on TikTok. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, Charlie, security company, I know you.
You
You
guys are
got
always serious.
Charlie, security. They're even creating content. So everybody does it. The earlier you get in, the better because I feel right now, a platform like YouTube is difficult because almost everyone is there.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are also other options you can get to create your content, to get yourself out there. And one thing that really counts in the journey of creating content is being consistent and
Mm.
being patient. It's
Mm.
it's really helped
Mm.
because for me personally, right now I'm at a level where a month maybe I'm getting about no money,
Yeah.
but I'm getting about 2 million to 5 million people watching me every month. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, like I'm sitting in my room. Oh, I'm sitting in my room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I have my own setup in my room. So
Mm-hmm.
when I wake up, I'm sitting in my room. I have a camera in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the month, about 2 million, 5 million people are watching me. I'm
Yeah.
not sure, like my whole lifetime, I've even seen like 2 million
Million
people before.
people.
But
Yeah.
then 2
Yeah.
million
Yeah.
people are watching me. It's incredible. So that's the power you can really get to when you really are consistent in the journey of creating content and all that. So I think in any space at all that you are in, for me, mine was football. And, it wasn't even, let's say, the football everybody knows. It was football in Africa. Nobody
Yeah.
really likes football in
Yeah.
Africa.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Nobody really likes it. But then I was able to gel in that space and then I'm doing okay
Yeah.
as
Thriving.
of now. So if I can do it in football in Africa, that means in any other space that at all, you can also create content as well if you are that consistent,
Exactly.
if you are patient with it, and then if you have a plan, if you have
Yeah.
a plan and
Exactly.
work with the plan.
Wow. So what are you waiting for? Dennis has said it all. If you want to join the content creation space, I mean, we are all in this technological space and we can make money out of this. Exactly. So if you have a friend who can operate a camera, you can talk, get your plan, and start something. And you're definitely going to get there. So thank you, Dennis, so much for coming. I've really
Is
enjoyed.
it over?
You don't want to go
I
home.
want you to.
I really enjoyed this conversation. Thank you so much. And please check Dennis out on our football,
You're always forgetting.
African football. Damn. African football. Check him out on TikTok. And please subscribe to our channel and follow us on all social media platforms at take and so underscore pod. A big shout out to Benjamin Gardner. He's following us everywhere on Instagram, on TikTok. He's commenting on our videos. I go to, was it Google Podcast or Apple Podcast, and he had rated our podcast. We love you so much, Benjamin. And a big shout out to our production team. Thank you so much for holding us down. This is where we end today's episode. Whatever you're going to take so it will be. Bye. You won't say bye.
I thought. Bye.